And this is Ken Kraetzer for CBSI at the PACE Association Holiday Luncheon in New York City. And our guest speaker today was Randi Busse, who is a contact center expert, gave a great talk. And Randi, you had a lot of good points today in trying to talking about making contact center employees feel part of something bigger than themselves, to feel like they're doing something that really helps their customers. What are the ways of doing that?
Well, I think it's important that we look at how we're treating our employees, because how we treat employees is going to have a direct impact on how our employees ultimately treat our customers.
Okay. And you had two examples here of rave and rant, of two kind of examples of the qualities of people in a contact center, but could be in any business. What are some of the ways to be a rave?
Well, when you're acting like rave, you're really thinking and acting like an owner of the business. You're committed, you're engaged, you care about the customer and the outcome, and you want them to be happy. So you'll go above and beyond to make sure that they are delighted, because you know that if you don't take care of them, there's another company that's going to take care of them and take them away from you.
Okay, very good. And you had 10 points about how to manage customer service and provide excellence to your customers. One of the elements that you talked about was to avoid interrogating customers and to get into a conversation with them. And I've noticed that in some types of businesses lately, because they think they have to make sure that they're in compliance with different requirements. But what's a way to take care of what's a requirement, but also be conversational?
Well, I think that although we have to ask a lot of questions to verify identity and so on, you can have a conversation when doing it. So, I used to live in Amityville, and so when I would say I live in Amityville, sometimes people would say, oh, is that near the Amityville Horror House? And so yes, it actually is, and it's a way to engage in conversation. So you can ask the questions, but then make a comment or engage in a little bit of conversation about an answer so that it's not rapid fire questions. That's an interrogation. Nobody wants to be interrogated.
Absolutely. And when you're out working with clients, what is the most pressing topic or issue that you tend to have to address with your clients?
I think it's about holding employees accountable. For some reason, owners and managers are afraid to hold people accountable to certain behaviors, and then yet they're disappointed in the behaviors that their employees are demonstrating. So I have to say to them, take back your business.
Okay. And Randi, you mentioned in your presentation you worked at Verizon at one time. Tell us a little bit about your career.
Well, I spent about 15 years in Verizon working in a call center, managing inbound call center reps, did some time training the reps, and then I also did some work coaching the other managers on how to provide powerful feedback to their employees. So I had a great career, and now I get to take what I learned and really apply it to smaller businesses where I can partner with the business owner and the employees to raise the bar on the experience that they're providing to customers.
And you mentioned that you're an author of at least one book, but tell us about the books that you've contributed to.
Sure. Well, the one book that I co-authored is Turning Rants Into Raves. Turn your customers on before they turn on you. And the book is based on these two fictitious employees, Rant and Rave, that represent employees that work in all businesses. And my co-author and I introduced 5 principles to turn rants into raves. Think like an owner, build a relationship, remove the roadblocks. Oh my God, I'm going to forget what the last 2 are. Walk in your customer's shoes, and oh my God, my co-author Carol's going to kill me. It's something about delighting your customers. So the book is written for CEOs and business owners and managers to help them develop a culture that breeds employees who think and act like owners of the business.
Looks like a great read. Randi, how can someone interested in learning more contact you? Sure.
So I'm on Twitter, of course, at Randi, R-A-N-D-I, Busse, B-U-S-S-E, and you can also contact me on 631-598-5598.
Randi Busse, thank you so much for joining us at the PACE Association Holiday Luncheon here in New York City.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
This is Ken Kraetzer for PACE Association and CBSI.